evaluated and rated over 70 different projects in Cosmos. The ranking tiers are from S, which means we believe this project is well positioned to thrive and to become really, really big, to NGMI, which is basically no hope is left for that project. So this video is basically a recap as well as some comments to the feedback we're getting on this 5-hour live stream that I did with Liam, aka Confident in Crypto, which by the way, you should definitely subscribe to if you haven't done this yet. First things first, the purpose of this list is not to be a research report that is setting these grades in stone for the eternity of these projects. It's just two guys that are passionate about crypto talking about a lot of projects, which is highly interactive. You could see that also in the chat. A lot of people were there, were active, provided their feedback, provided input. We read all the comments, right? So it was highly interactive, very fun. And I think if you want to be part of the decision-making in these ratings, you should definitely join the live stream next time because it's very fun. And you also get to say and vote what you think this project should be graded. Also, this list should not be the base layer for your crypto investment decisions. And if it has an A or an S or even a B, that does not mean that these projects are doomed to succeed. At the same time, if we rate it lower, that does not mean that we don't like the project. It doesn't mean that we don't believe in the project. Not at all, right? In fact, a lot of these 70 projects, we don't have sufficient information because there's only so and so many projects that you can really stay up to date with. So the actual purpose of this list is to bring these projects on your radar, to also show people that might not be in Cosmos and on Cosmos Twitter all the time, to show them, hey guys, there's a lot of stuff going on in Cosmos, and also to provide a general overview of what these projects are trying to do. And sometimes we don't know anything, and we also say that in the video, hey guys, I don't know, I can't judge the project. What is the chat saying? From my feeling, this could be an A or B or C or D or whatever. But very important to remember, this is not set in stone. It's just our personal opinions, and many times based on insufficient information, so we can't really judge them, right? Still, we want to bring them into this list so that we have a comprehensive overview of the development also of Cosmos, right? Because we do these lists every couple of months, and we can also track in real time how the Cosmos ecosystem grows and develops. And honestly, I think that's already a big plus, right? Because as you can see here, last time we had roughly 30, 35 projects that we were rating. Now that list has grown to over 70 projects, right? So it more than doubled from the last time. And that shows you that Cosmos is an ecosystem that is growing very fast, has a lot of active, passionate communities. And in this list, there's even a lot of projects that we could not cover because it would have simply been way too much, right? So this stream was almost 5 hours, so more than double from the last time. And I guess the next time we do this in a couple of months, we can stream for 10 hours. And I think there would still be projects that would be missing. Now, let me actually comment on some of the ratings here. If we look at the S tier, we only have Atom and Osmo here, right? And why is that? That's because they have the biggest brand recognition. They have the most users, the most volumes, everything, right? They also rolled out Cosmos technology in the first place. So Atom and Osmo to me, and also Atom still slightly before Osmo. That's something that Liam and I were pretty much aligned on, right? The A tier, we also looked at different things, right? Obviously, those are different categories, right? Like JUNO is a smart contract platform. Axelar is doing interoperability. DYDX is an order book DEX. Stargaze is doing NFTs. Crypto.com is like a crypto platform in general, right? And an exchange and a DEX, and they have their own chain with Kronos, and it's EVM compatible. So those are also platforms that have high recognition, high user bases, volumes, and that have a product that's already live, right? So very exciting stuff. For B, I think this category is also very promising projects that are also, by the way, all well-funded. They're going to survive a bear market. So these projects have either been around for a long time, like Akash or Thorchain, or they have just strong product market fit and an active community and user base, right? Such as Evmos. By the way, Secret has also been around for a long time. Or Omniflix, incredibly committed and dedicated team. Passage, right? The metaverse of Cosmos. Onagoric, for example, as well as Composable, which is super interesting because they bring Polkadot. They basically connect Polkadot and Cosmos, being a substrate chain. Now, the C category, which you can see has the most projects by far, is like a tier that has very promising ideas, teams, an active community, and all these kind of things. But they're either not live yet, right? Such as Jaquan's Noland, Celestia, or let's see, what else do we have? Saga, right? Like these are very promising projects that haven't launched yet. Landslide, Eclipse, Nitro, Nomic as well. Or they're just about to launch, or they just haven't gained substantial traction yet, right? So that's like the category, like we really believe in them, but they still need to prove themselves. Now, if you go further down to DNE and then to the NGMI tab, which I'm going to reveal to you right now, we can see that these projects, especially DNE, it does not necessarily mean that we don't believe in them, right? These are the projects that either have very little traction, but actually have a good mission. We don't know how well they're funded. We don't know how committed the teams are, right? In most cases, I think they actually are very committed, but they don't have proven product market fit yet, at least to a mainstream extent. But that does not mean at all that we don't like them or that we don't think that they have a future, right? It can also mean that probably we just also don't have enough information about them, right? Which is, for example, in the case of Territory or Decenter, right? Like Bitcana. Those are projects like we just can't keep up to date with all these projects, right? But still they are probably legit. They have good teams. They have a good roadmap. They are actually on the right side. They just haven't gained massive traction yet. Now, if we look at the NGMI tab, which I'm going to unveil right now, boom, there we go. We currently have 3 projects, right? And I think Luna Classic is one that pretty much everyone is pretty much aligned on, except maybe some Lunk holders that really hope for $1 to come back. Sift Chain, that's also like the general sentiment I'm getting from the community. I think there's still some slight hope left, but overall, the users are pretty wrecked right now, entirely wrecked, right? You can't make trades. There's a crazy high fee for swap fee. You can't trade large amounts. So it's pretty dead right now. And that's why we put them into the NGMI category, which is actually because I also saw some people saying like, oh my God, you're biased. Guys, we're one of the largest validators on Sift Chain. I would hate for them to go to zero and to become obsolete, but as of right now, that seems to be the case, and we will see. We will observe this closely. We also have to take a decision with Stakecito very soon, but that's the current scenario, right? Cerberus, I personally have zero information about them. I don't know if they racked or what they did, but we'll put them also in that category. So if we're completely wrong on anything, then please provide us constructive feedback. This list, again, is not final. It's just 2 guys on the internet talking about crypto. We say that also the first 5 minutes of the video. Guys, we're drinking, we're chilling, we're having a good time. We involve the chat. And if you have anything to criticize on that, I think the best thing you can do is for the next time to be in the chat, in the live chat, provide your feedback in real time and make the case, say, hey, I think you guys are off with putting project X in category D. It should be in category B. Here's why, right? Like if you make these cases, like we look at the comments, like what we did in the actual stream. That said, if you want to hear every comment on every project that we evaluated and rated, go over to the main video. There's also timestamps right now. The Flix Fanatics community actually made the timestamps absolutely amazing. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know your constructive feedback with points that we can improve this list in the future, because all we do is want to make this entertaining, fun, interactive, and not too serious in the sense like this is what we believe and this is our buy or sell signal right now. No, it's totally not. We can also be completely wrong, right? Anyways, I appreciate your time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and be good. And we'll see you guys also on Twitter at Cryptocito and here on YouTube for the next time. Yeah, see you guys. Cheers.